I just chopped my beard off. How'd I look? For those people out there that don't know me, who live inside of a box outside the Yugo forums, my name is Chargrin McCall. Hiccups, excuse me. Chargrin McCall. Said it that time. And I have the world's largest Yugo database, the greatest car to ever roll across God's green earth. I have people come up to me all the time and they say, Chargrin, how do I get on this Yugo database? How do I get added to it? And I'm like, easy peasy. Just smash that subscribe button. Like, that's all there is to it, man. If you've ever watched previous episodes of VinWiki, you've probably seen this guy on there. He has the world's largest Ferrari database. I'm not going to mention his name, but I am actually his long-lost cousin, thrice removed from the family. And I actually met him once back in my college days when I was living in a van down by the river. A little dramatic there. Excuse me. Now, as far as what I do, I keep tabs on as many Yugos as I can. I'm the guy that people come to when they want to buy or sell a Yugo, find parts for the Yugo, or they want to know the racing history of a Yugo. Like, I'll have dudes call me up, middle of the night, and they want to know what years did the Yugo win the 24 Hours de Lemons, I also have stories of babies being made in the back seat of a Yugo. I've got several of those stories, and I have documentation of that too, because people like to send me their naughty, naughty pictures and videos sometimes. Actually, there was this one incident where this dude, he made out with this chick in the back seat of a Yugo, and they ended up getting married, like some people do. And shortly after they were married, the chick, she told him to sell his Yugo. And so he sold his Yugo. What a loser. I have some documentation of a family being abducted by aliens while they were driving their Yugo. Now, I have tried to go into Area 51 to get some information about the alien abduction. And when I pull up to the gate, all these big scary dudes, they come out and they start pointing guns at me. And they tell me to get the hell out. And I'm like, dude, just chill. I am not here for aliens. I'm not here to learn about UFOs. I don't even care about the family that got abducted by aliens in their Yugo. I just want to know about their car. I document these things. It's what I do for a living. The truth is out there. Now, I actually know more information about this alien abduction than I can divulge. But that's because that episode of Ancient Aliens hasn't aired on TV yet. You know Ancient Aliens, that guy Giorgio with the big poofy hair. He's on my shirt right here. Yeah, he's my hero. Giorgio, did you ever know that you're my hero? And Giorgio, if you're out there watching this episode and you want to go examine the Yugo they got hidden away in the Vatican, let me know, because I am game for sneaking into the Vatican and checking out that Yugo. Just let me know, buddy. Some of my other endeavors include creating a dating site for Yugo enthusiasts. It's called YugoGirl.com. It currently has 6 subscribers, 5 males and 1 female subscriber with a fake profile. So it's growing. I'm also working on an adult Yugo enthusiast website that will rival OnlyFans. I'm not for sure whether to call it Only Yugos or Yugo Fans. Maybe I'll call it Only Yugo Fans. Yeah, that works. that works. That I plan on launching on June 9th, 6/9. So I run this whole operation out of my parents' basement. Don't let the cat out of the bag, but I still live in my parents' basement. Now, jump starting back to my Yugo stories, there's one really memorable one that stands out to me in particular. So I'm the guy people call, as I've stated before, when they want to buy or sell a Yugo. So one day I get this call from a guy. He's interested in buying a Yugo that he saw for sale locally to him, and so he gives me the down low on the car, sends me pictures, says it's all original, and it's only got 9,000 miles on it. So I'm looking at it and I'm like, dude, stop. Do you know what you are looking at? Like, you have just stumbled upon the holy grail of cars, man. Like, this is crazier than seeing a Ferrari F50 out in the wild chasing down an ice cream truck. I mean, dude, do you really know what you're looking at? Like, if we were face to face right now, I would be shaking you violently like two broken motor mounts on a Yugo. Like, what you are looking at is a 1990 Yugo GVC Cabriolet, which means topless, convertible. There were only 500 of these cars made, and only about 100 of them made it over to the US. Like, dude, I know that car. That is VIN number 24/7 365 420 69. Easy enough to remember. I have documentation on that car. So then he goes, you really know your stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I do. I have personally seen that car. It was back in the 1990s. I was out in Compton, and there was this up-and-coming rapper. His name was Comrade, and he was shooting a music video with that Yugo, that exact one. And I so badly wanted to drool all over that car, man. Really did. So I was like, listen, dude, I have documentation of that very car up to 2 years, 9 months, 3 days, and 1,542 beers ago. So what does the seller want for the car? And he tells me this incredibly low price that I will not disclose. And I'm like, you know, either the seller doesn't know what he's got or he needs to get rid of it in a hurry. And I'm like, in my humble, honest opinion, I would hop on that car like I would hop on a Yugoslavian porn star. I'm serious, I would. So dude ends up buying the car, and he sends me some pictures of himself with the car, smiling and everything. And I'm thinking, him and that car are going to live together happily ever after. Wrong. Now, this, boys and girls, is where the story starts to get really intense. So, buckle up your seatbelts and secure your fanny packs, because things are about to get crazy. 5 months go by, and dude bought the car, calls me up, and he's all on the phone, he's all bawling his eyes out, he's crying, he's cussing at the top of his lungs, he's mad, he's on this roller coaster of emotions. And I'm like, dude, chill out, slow down. What happened, man? What happened? And so he starts to tell me the story. He said the car, it started acting up. So he took it to his mechanic, dropped it off, and a few days later, mechanic calls him up, tells him, hey man, you got to come in right now. We got to sit down and talk. So dude says, all right. He comes in to the shop to see the mechanic and sits down. The mechanic says, this car isn't what you think it is. And, you know, his look in his eyes just got real big. And the mechanic starts to explain to him and said, you know, this car, it's not all original. First off, the paint is too shiny. That's not some glossy wax job on that car. That is new paint, fresh paint. And he says, as far as your engine, there's no way that car has 9,000 miles on it. That engine right there is flat worn out, as well as a bunch of other parts on that car. And so to try and fix the car, he calls up his brother, the mechanic dude, and his brother owns a scrapyard. And he says, I got a Yugo convertible, 1990 Yugo convertible here. I need some parts for it. You got anything out in your yard? Well, the mechanic dude's brother says, you know, I just had, this is not a coincidence apparently, but he just had a 1990 Yugo convertible. You know, like what would the odds be of that? So obviously it's not really a coincidence there. And he said, oh really? So scrapyard dude tells mechanic dude, you know, it's like this Yugo that was in here at the scrapyard, it was completely totaled. It was toast, you know. And he said the guy that totaled it, he came in, he wanted to cut off a few mementos of the car. And so two brothers, they keep talking. And of course the scrapyard guy, he had kept the records of the car. And comes to find out, that car is the same exact car. Same color, same VIN number. Something's going on here, right? So, anyway, the mechanic dude, the gears start turning in his head. And he tells this guy that bought the Yugo, he said, you know something? A while back, it's about 2 miles down the road, there's this gravel lot. And parked in this gravel lot was a Fiat 127. It had a for sale sign on it. And it didn't stay there very long. And come to think of it, you know, I think you have been had. So for those of you out there living inside of a bubble, not in the know, the Fiat 127 is what the Yugo is based off of. Fiat actually supplied the tooling to make the Yugo in Yugoslavia. And so there I was, standing silent and speechless on the phone with a guy who just got suckered into buying a fake Yugo. And it's all because of me. I felt sorry for the poor bastard. I mean, I was beside myself. I was dumbfounded. Like, who fakes a Yugo? Like, what kind of person does that? What kind of person would do something like that? I mean, really? Who does that?
And if you never ran to miss another random car video,
remember, ring that bell. Ring that bell.